Over to my best man, Alex. So,
just want to thanks Robin for using every single marital joke ever invented. Yeah, that's it. No, thanks, Luke. Actually, there's a really group of close friends of Chris and Charlie's that couldn't be here today, and we've got a little message for you, so I'll just start with that, if that's all right. To Chris and Charlie, congratulations on your wedding day. We are so pleased that you finally tied the knot. Charlie, we will miss you terribly when you go away travelling. And Chris, we think it's probably best that you stay away for a while after what happened last time. And that is from the Houghton Regis Swingers Club. I was there. It was messy. Right, so I knew I was going to be really nervous about my speech. So a friend of mine did a speech a few weeks ago, and he said, like, trying to arrange a live rehearsal really helped. So I was trying to think, well, where can I do it? And I remember that Chris used to work at a care home, and I thought, where better to go and practice your speech, and no one will ever find out anything about it. So I turned up, and I did my speech, and I think it's fair to say it got a bit of a mixed reaction. A couple of them fell asleep, but one guy did wet himself. So, so, are you nervous, Chris? Chris is nervous because on our stag do, Chris arranged for us to go rock climbing with a complete disregard for those of us with vertigo, and stood at the bottom of this massive rock face, or whatever it's called, with Chris as my belay. Now, a belay is the person that basically stops you from dying if you fall, so maybe a little bit more nervous than my fear of heights. So I said to Chris, I'm going to make my speech as horrific as this climb, and yeah, it was pretty horrific, wasn't it? I was stuck in the middle for about half an hour, and then started crying a little bit. And so yeah, basically my mission now, Chris, is to make this next 5 minutes the most horrific of your life. But don't worry, Charlie, Chris is going to make sure you have the most horrific 30 seconds of your life later this evening. I think we'll all agree it's about time that Chris and Charlie got married. It's been a very long engagement. A very, very long engagement. Yeah. I remember last year when Chris called me up and said, what do you think about marriage? I said, I'm flattered, but I haven't seen this was in the past. So they're married now, for better or for worse, which is quite appropriate really, because Chris, you can't do any better, and Charlie, you can do any worse. I think you'll all agree there's one person here today who has defined beauty. The way they floated down the aisle was simply majestic, and they've been oozing class and style all day. But it's not about me, because today the single men of the world are saddened by the loss of another beautiful woman to wedlock. And for the single women of the world, the day has floated by without even a ripple of significance. So, doesn't the bride look beautiful, everyone? Charlie, you do look absolutely gorgeous. So, to the bride. And the bridesmaids. Sorry, bridesmaids, you all look very beautiful as well. To the bridesmaids. And Chris. I think very dapper, mate. Very fresh. For those of you who don't know Chris, the only thing he will normally routinely clean is his internet history. To the groom. So normally, it's a massive honour being asked to be the best man. But Chris had slim pickings. His only other two friends were inflatable. So. And as best man, I've been given a number of responsibilities, and one of those is to make sure none of Chris's ex-girlfriends don't gate crush the wedding. But fortunately, there's been an outbreak of foot and mouth in North Wales, so I think we'll be alright. The other thing is to let Charlie know what she's let herself in for. Now they've been together for 10 years, so she should have a good idea by now. She already knows he's a keen mountain biker. That he'll often spend a weekend away with his biker friends, and he will arrive home on the Sunday hot, sweaty, and with a sore bottom. She already knows he's a keen rock climber too. Well, she knows that's all the excuse for the rope and harnesses in the basement. Yeah, so 10 years is a long time, so I've had to go digging for dirt a lot for them. So I got in touch with some of Chris's old school teachers, and what they said was interesting, to say the least. His music teacher, Mr. Gale, said Chris could have been a great musician if he applied himself. Instead, he spent most of the time at the back of the classroom polishing his oboe. That's a good one, isn't it? His old maths teacher simply said when it came to maths, Chris doesn't know his algebra from his ear roll. Well, he actually said something else, but I'm not allowed to swear. So. Chris's old PE teacher, Mr. Holland, taught Chris how to play rugby. He said Chris has a huge tackle. And a great body position in the ruck. I'm pretty sure he said ruck. Mr. Holland went on to say Chris didn't really like football, he'd often forget his kit, which is a bit of a shame really, because when he did have a play, his ball control was delightful. Mr. Holland doesn't teach anymore, but I managed to get his details from the register. So unfortunately, Charlie, that's all the dirt I have on Chris. And before you all fight over their Swingers Club membership cards, I'll just wish basically one final toast for Mr. and Mrs. White. And that's it, mate. Wasn't too bad.